My name is Shaister. I'm part of the network platform team at Cisco. And I do product management and I also lead technical marketing. My charter is also spanning across Meraki Dashboard, Catalyst Center, which is on-prem management. We have the Workflows product. We have licensing and also the AI. Now, the network platform is a relatively new team that we have at Cisco. And what we did, it's about a little bit more than a year old. And what we did is we took the Meraki team and we took the Catalyst team and brought together the same team. So now we're truly one team that supports the platform across whether you're using cloud management, on-prem, workflows, and we have now single individuals that own a feature capability horizontally across the platform. And that's what we call it, the network platform. We still will have the ability to manage equipment via cloud or on-prem, and also have a lot of hybrid capabilities. So we have a unified platform, and if you look at our unified platform, a lot of this started from the very bottom with the hardware, with the hardware business units at Cisco. So what we have is we have now switches, wireless routers, IoT equipment that simply out of the box, it can be managed on cloud or on-prem. It's really your call. The beauty of that is customers no longer need to make purchasing decisions based on how they want to manage it. They buy the Cisco product, a Cisco license, and they're able to manage it with our Cisco networking platform. As a platform as a hardware connects to a platform, we built this band that you see of intelligence of agentic ops. And this is where we're making sure that even though we may have a cloud or on-prem capabilities, that the outcomes are the same. And that means that we're using the same engines, the same logic, so you have common experience, common output from our agentic ops and intelligence layer. So we essentially build once and deploy twice, depending on the management platform. And as we have this...
Shai, does that mean, Ray Lucchese, Silverton Consulting, does that mean that you have an MCP server that cuts across all these devices?
So we have an MCP server that will cut across whether you're managing it with cloud or on-prem, because essentially what happens is the hardware talks to the management platforms and the MCPs are sitting on the platforms. So we're not having conversations with thousands of devices. The devices are talking to the management platform and we're doing the aggregation at that point. And through that, we have a common management abilities to manage the infrastructure, a huge focus on how we use APIs and integrations to third parties. And we see more and more larger and larger installations are leveraging APIs, essentially running infrastructure as code in order to manage the network. And of course, the assurance functions that we have out there. And the assurance functions also integrate with things such as Thousand Eyes. So we're not building, we're trying to integrate, take all of the wonderful pieces that we have across Cisco and how do we pull them together so they all cohesively work together as a single workflow, and we will demonstrate that. And we've been on a journey of network platform convergence now for a while. This started years ago, long before we started down with the network platform team. And part of it started with how we take hardware and licensing conversions, right? So we talked about how the new hardware out of the box, you can bring it up and it will connect to either Dashboard or Catalyst Center. It's really your choice. And also focusing on common user experiences. The common user experience has been really nice from the aspect that we went down a magnetic UI framework for the UI across multiple products. So with that, you're going to see that with new releases of products across Cisco, not just the management, not just like the Dashboard or Catalyst Center, but you will see more common navigation, look and feel, and also you're going to see as there's going to be some announcements at Cisco Live in EMEA here, that it's going to having the common UI and the magnetic helps us do a better integration across platforms as well. So you see a lot of effort has gone in there, and it's increasingly harder and harder to tell apart when you're looking at some of the different dashboards for specific products to tell their differences. We also focused a lot on consistent APIs. And that meant that we want to make sure that we're able to perform common tasks, no matter common experience, right? Whether you're using from the UI or from the API, we want to make sure that our customers are able to leverage the same APIs in order to manage and monitor the network as well. And also, APIs are also being done to fully integrate to a lot of third parties that you'd have. I mean, for example, integrations like with a company like ServiceNow, integrations to Splunk are very, very common that we have. So as we move, and with the consistent APIs, actually I want to tell a really nice story. The Olympics, for example, that were done in Paris, it was all Cisco infrastructure, and the entire infrastructure was set up with APIs, and then the UI was done for monitoring and assurance, just showing the power and the scale of the APIs. And we do leverage Terraform and Ansible, which are common frameworks that a lot of customers use. Of course, we also have Python in there. The common AI and data layer. This is where we talked about the agentic ops band. We have our intelligence. So we have one Cisco cloud. We have our algorithms. And that means that as we deploy products, we're deploying them from the same backend. We recently deployed the AI assistant, essentially the AI chat assistant on Dashboard. We're currently in the process of, and that's right now GA. We currently have an open beta on Catalyst Center, and again, we're using the same backend, the same interface. So all the work, all the experiences, all the outcomes, all the use cases are identical because it's the same common end. So that's the power of our build once, deploy twice across the platform.
So the chatbot and Catalyst are distinct solutions.
We're deploying them. I mean, we still have to do integrations into the cloud and the on-prem platform, but they both go into the same backend. And part of that capability also means that as we have the common backends, we can now have demos where we can, for example, using workflows, go and deploy, say, hey, go set up this SSID on both Dashboard and Meraki. So from one place, we can go ahead and do both on-prem and Meraki deployments at the same time, which goes into the common workflows. So we took what used to be called Cisco Workflows. It's a low-code solution. We integrated that. That's available to all customers from Meraki, via the Meraki interface for free. So you don't have to be a Meraki customer. You can set up an account, but you can leverage Workflows. Workflows has a whole lot of templates, so you're able to use and integrate horizontally across domains. So we have templates so you can go into routing, switching, wireless data center. We have customers who have also integrated this into other vendor products as well. So long there's an API out there, you're able to leverage Workflows to do that. We're integrating that across all the platforms as well. And that brings us to the management convergence.
This is Mary Newsom. I have a quick question.
Of course.
When you say consistent APIs with the agentic ops, where is that security boundary enforced? Is that at the API, the agent, or the platform?
Both. I mean, so we have to have each API has to pass a security regiment and also integrate into the RBAC authentication to ensure that. So some security has to come from the API, and of course we also have guardrails within the other aspects of the product as the API calls upon other components.
So are the APIs assumed to be trusted agents by default, or are they designed to be more like zero trust agents? And then how are they enforced technically?
So when you go into the APIs, I mean, you still have to authenticate into it. So we're still leveraging the RBAC and authentication. So just because you connect to the API, you do not have arbitrary access into the system. It's all a variant of the rule base that we have for access.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And then, so management convergence, it's meaning we still have the on-prem. We have a hybrid configuration and a pure cloud configuration. But now we also have the ability to bring both of the worlds together. We released a new product, which I will show. It is called Global Overview. But that's about 70% of our customers have both cloud and on-prem installed. And the ask is, hey, I want to bring this together. So we did a lot of work on bringing those together, and we'll be able to demonstrate that as well. So this is a global overview that I spoke about. So With that, it is run on cloud, so it's clearly if you want to be able to manage multiple orgs, you're already cloud friendly. So we built this on the cloud, and with that, you are able to have a single cloud experience that can integrate the Meraki Dashboard and multiple orgs, which is really nice, and also being able to bring in multiple Catalyst centers into the Meraki Dashboard. Also, we're seeing a couple of other use cases where we have customers who say, I have multiple Catalyst centers and I want to be able to essentially consolidate all of them view-wise on a cloud platform. They're able to use global overview. This one, GA, we'll demo that, and we have a lot of exciting things coming to it. And we're really kind of focusing on not just this being a dashboard, but how it resolves issue faster. So how we get to better MTTR, troubleshooting seamlessly, also how we integrate a single SSO. So once you log in to this, it's a function of a single sign-on, so you don't have to re-authenticate as you jumping, for example, from the global overview into the Catalyst Center or into the Meraki org that you're trying to manage.
A question, Josh, with the American Sound. You said this is GA now?
Yes,
or
sir.
About to be?
No, this is GA right now.
Okay, gotcha.
All right. So a couple more things we have available is we've released the AI Assistant on Meraki Dashboard earlier this year. So that's available now. Any Meraki user is able to see the icon in the upper right corner and be able to use the chatbot. And then it really accelerates network operations. And we've added a lot of things to it. And like I said, how do we cut the MTTR to near seconds? How we do a critical issue across multiple issues? An example with AI Assistant it can do is, for example, we see an onboarding issue. We can go ahead and troubleshoot the onboarding issue as far as realizing, hey, we didn't get an IP address. We can now tell it to go ahead and also investigate. It's not just a wireless issue if I can't get on, but we can now pivot over to the router to look at the DHCP pool and actually get to the root cause and be able to suggest an action to solve it. So we can go cross domain from wireless to switching to routing. And operated scale, I need to remove this again. And then the other area that's coming here pretty soon is, and this is currently in alpha, is AI Canvas. So AI Canvas, it's going to be a cross-domain collaboration troubleshooting. So that means using agents, MCP servers, and APIs. We're able to bring in multiple pieces into Canvas to do troubleshooting horizontally. And you can integrate into it things such as ServiceNow, Splunk integrations, and really try to kind of help you create your own dashboard as you're managing issues.
So question, is it called AI Canvas because it can see all of the networks that might be hosting the data for different portions of AI, or is it called AI Canvas because you're using AI tools to run it?
We're using AI tools to run it. I mean, I can't show, but on the left here, really, we have like the AI agent, and you can use natural language in order to go and integrate and pull information from different areas and different applications, even third-party applications as well.
Thank you.
Meaning, and a good example could be I can go and say, hey, I have a ServiceNow ticket. Let me pull the ticket. Let me investigate that, and then I can go and troubleshoot the issue. I can call in Thousand Eyes to go troubleshoot the path, find the problem domain, and so forth. So kind of really pulling together a lot of the pieces into a single workflow, cross-domain.
Anything else?
What's question on that though? I mean, what's the differentiator between AI Assistant and AI Canvas? Because wouldn't those things just eventually combine at some point?
So the AI Assistant, you're going to see the AI Assistant built on many different platforms. So we have it. So you're going to see that if you want to use a platform on its own, we're going to, whether using things like Nexus Dashboard or using vManage, depending on which console you're using, we're trying to add it to the console so you have it natively for that specific. And then as we're trying to go cross-domain, that's when we move into the AI Canvas.
Okay, gotcha.
So kind of more of a single domain within the console and integrating multiple consoles.
So Shai, last session was a discussion of hyperfabric versus non-hyperfabric. Does the AI assistant work in both of those domains, or?
It's up to how that business unit sets it up with the management platform. And then I can't answer for what they have in the hyperfabric or not.
So is your AI model able to learn its environment, learn more about the environment it's running in, the enterprise it's running in as well?
Yes.
Okay.
So what we have is Cisco worked hard to develop the deep networking model. So thank you for leading the question into the slide. So it's really the most advanced networking LLM that we built, and it's purpose-built for networking based, oh, that hasn't caught up with me yet, has it? Okay, there we go, finally. All right. So purpose-built for networking, we found it based on our ability to train it with our knowledge. And think about the knowledge and the depth of Cisco has. We run some of the largest networks in the world. We have our TAC database with a massive knowledge base. So being able to purpose-build this LLM, and we do a lot of trusted training. We never use customer data to train the model. So what we do is we use our knowledge and expertise, not what you have. So what we will do is we will formulate the problem based on your infrastructure, but then we're going to then ask the right questions from the model. That's why we have a lot of the trusted training, and like I said, we have the continuous learning that we have, evolves with live telemetry that we get from the network, and also Cisco TAC and CX insights that we have. Something really interesting with this is, of course, I mean, there's a lot of data out there, there's a lot of models out there, so we did a little testing. So we took the Cisco Deep Networking model and compared that to GPT-5, Lambda, Gemma, and GPT-OSS, and what we saw running like a MCQs, 590 question benchmark, that we did score about 20% better than some of the other ones. So there is, we're definitely seeing the advantages of using our own data model to train it very specifically in order to give less generic answers and much more specificity and correctness to the answers that we have, which is important.
Brad Gregory, MTN Strategy. Quick question for you. Have you done any research to see when customers will be comfortable at what percentage to let AI do the remediation?
So the way we're moving forward with this is initially you can ask questions and we're going to help you troubleshoot and make recommendations, and always have the human in the loop. And we have some demos that we're able to show, for example, where there's, for example, a QoS issue on the router. And certainly we have the ability to use the API and the workflows to go and activate that, but we're going to ask the user if that's what they want to do, because you have to build the trust in that. And on the next generation, what you can do with Agentic Ops, for example, is if you trust certain problems, you can put triggers and say, okay, if you see this happen, this happen, this happen, you can go ahead and execute this playbook. So it's very flexible, and it's up to the trust that you have, because you can't assume that we're always going to do. I mean, even with your Tesla, you can't assume it's always going to react correctly to a given situation.
So I guess that was the question. Everybody kind of wants to be in the loop, but I didn't know if you guys had done any research to see what threshold people are going to. The dam breaks, right? And everybody says, just fix it for me. You've told me this thing has been wrong the last 20 times. It's the same thing. Just do it. Don't bother me.
So we collect a lot of telemetry from all of our applications, business telemetry. And when we get answers, we have the thumbs up, thumbs down. So we see, like, did we give the right answer? Was it useful? Was it not? Also, we can check as we give suggestions to actions if people are actually go ahead and having the system go ahead and actuate that. We really need more data, because this has to be data-driven, not opinion-driven. We have to see. I mean, because we can ask customers a lot of things. They'll tell us a lot of things, but it's different than what they actually do. And we really want to measure the user actions, because that speaks volumes.
Thank you.
All right. We also continue to add. I mean, so even though we have the AI system, we continue to add skills to it. And I have to wait for this to catch up with me here. There we go. So we do currently seamless monitoring, troubleshooting, and management across the Cisco architectures. So today you can go ahead, you can ask in natural language. By the way, we also added the Gen Z language in case Gen Zs want to reuse their language. We can also, that's also a natural language. We have the automated workflows, configuration changes, and switch migrations that you can do. So we're taking a lot of the abilities and the automations we have, and being able to actually actuate and activate that from the AI assistant. Essentially, and being able to also integrate the workflows across. And we integrate new assurance capabilities to it constantly as this is continuing to evolve. we're adding, and its ability to talk about how we adding more MCPs, how we add more agents, because we're seeing right now a huge transition going. It's not just MCPs, but also like agent-to-agent conversations.
So have you actually fed CCNA exam questions into this thing to find out what the answers are?
We have, and that's what the deep model, and it's actually more CCIE, and that's where we did the 590 questions with a deep networking model. So you have to, I mean,
Did it pass CCIE?
huh?
Did it pass?
I don't know the answer to that. I just know that
Great to know.
yeah. I mean, CCIE written it can probably pass because just memorization. The question, I mean, for me, there's a written exam, and then there's a whole process of becoming a CCIE. Of are they actually able to really solve the lab?
That would be fantastic if you guys documented that. Like that would be the greatest blog set ever.
Agreed.
You should do it.
Although that might scare a little bit of the CCIEs, like, hey, what's the value of my
They need certification.
They should already be scared by now.
All of us are scared.
Yes. So we continue to invest into the assistant. You can see more and more integrations, more capabilities coming. So it's and a lot of research happening in how to continue to with new AI technologies in there. Now, how many of you are familiar with Cisco Workflows? So Cisco Workflows, it was supposed to be its own product. We decided to not productize it in itself, but really embed that into the Meraki Dashboard platform. And with that, we have a lot of ability to do workflows. I even use it at home. Believe it or not, kind of funny. My kids like to play video games, and with the video games, they have wired ports, and pretty much I have a timer that runs on workflows, and then it'll use a template to shut down their port because gamers love to be hard Ethernet. Wireless is no good supposedly. So I use workflows to do that. We're now looking at, because it's been a kind of a low code, you still had to build the workflows. Now we're focusing on how can AI generate the workflows for you, and workflows. We have customers using it against other vendors' products as well, because it's all API driven. So very powerful, low code, very flexible. We have AI-powered automation natively. We're integrating the AI assistant integration into it, right? So you can actually, from AI assistant, say, hey, go and execute this, like bring up this SSID on this network, or this organization, or on this Catalyst Center. So we're able to execute that. It'll come up the template, ask you for the relevant data, and go ahead and move you on. And again, it can go across Meraki, Catalyst Center, SD-WAN Manager, ICE, Nexus, and more. Anything that has an API as a minimum point of entry. Of course, if you have MCPs and different skills, we're able to leverage that as well. And this is a free product available to all customers. You just need to create a free Meraki account, and you can use it. Very exciting, and the integration of AI into it, and really focusing. I mean, one of the values that we believe commonly we have to do is really how to provide assurance across every digital experience. Today, I mean, if you talk to most of our customers, the networks are pretty much a way to connect things and people to applications, and we need to be able to measure that experience. So we have deep visibility, leveraging 1,000 eyes into both owned and unowned parts of it. We have AI-powered insights that are able to surface experiences impacting issues. We have workflows that can trigger automated remediation if that's what you wanted to. For example, if we see a certain issue and we just need to shut-in interface as an example, I mean, we can execute things like that. And AI assistant can accelerate the root cause. So we don't need to have like these big meetings when there's an issue with all department heads with what I call the MTTI, mean time to innocence. Everybody's trying to rush out of the room. It's not my problem. Okay, I have 5 minutes here. So I'm about to get the hook. So with that, I want to do a demo here of what we have with a global overview. All right. So like I said, this is a GA right now. And what you see here is, like I said, 70% of our customers have both cloud and on-prem. Commonly, we see customers where they have like the main campus, maybe more on-prem because they need the security and flexibility. But then when they have their retail locations, branch locations, where they just provide, they're using cloud. And the question is like, okay, I don't want to manage this two separate. So what you can do here is you can add multiple orgs, and you can add multiple Catalyst centers into one location. So what you see here, this is actually not a lab. So you see, I have my home network that's all Meraki. Also, one of my TMEs, its name is Prajit. That we have our orgs, and we have 2 Catalyst centers that are running there. And we're able to show you from here the network health. So you can see that we have poor health, and we have 2 of them. We have network sites with fair and good health. We also show you where devices are offline. And wherever you see the ability, the blue, you can actually have the ability to double click and see more, or you have the ability to run this. Now, you don't need to have both. Like I said, if you have multiple Catalyst centers that you want to manage through the cloud here, you're able to do just that. You can have just multiple Meraki orgs, you can have both. So it's a very flexible platform, so that we're continuing to add more and more capabilities to it. We're going to have things such as inventory, being able to see unified inventory. And you can cross-launch. So I said, from here, we have a single sign-on. So what I have is I have a Catalyst center in San Jose. The reason I'm able to connect to it, because we're in VPN here, so I mean, obviously appear like a corporate network. I'm going to go ahead and click, and as you can see, I can go ahead and cross-launch into a Catalyst center, and it'll go ahead, use the same user ID and the RBAC that I have, and take me right into the issues and alerts, which is the area. So it can actually know the locality of where you clicked. So now I can go and do deeper troubleshooting and integration with interactions with the actual platform. I'm going to pivot back to the org here. From here, you can also jump right into the org within dashboards. And you can also see, for example, I have critical alerts. I can go ahead and click on the alert in blue here, and this will take me to the right place within dashboard to help me integrate that. So, I mean, I do know I have like an AP that doesn't have great connectivity over time, and this is because I'm using Ethernet over power in there. But giving you a lot of flexibility to go in here, so you can go dive into the network, into the multiple orgs, and I can always go back to the global overview, which is going to be really helpful to be able to manage that and see holistically what's going on across multiple. I know it's slow to catch up here, but it'll give me visibility across what's happening across my entire estate, no matter how many orgs I have, how many Catalyst centers, where they are, just giving you a single ability, and then ability to cross-launch into the right location. And there's a lot more coming. We have a beautiful roadmap coming on this.